I think if there's any message that people should leave today with would be the importance of differentiation and making yourself unique. There's no doubt that there's huge competition out there when you're going into the workforce. And to separate yourself from everybody else, you have to have some sort of differentiating factor, or what we often call unique selling proposition. So you've got to be different, and that involves your story, your life experiences, your education experiences, your work experience, volunteer experience. It doesn't matter from the time you're 15 to 25. You've got a story, tell it.
Getting to know yourself. Turns out it seems so odd, but I think most of us don't really know ourselves. We've been told who we are, and we've been told who people are supposed to be and what type of person I'm supposed to be. But you know, it's a healthy and important process to discern for yourself. You know, who are you? What vocation perhaps you're being called to? What are your skills? What places are you weak? You know, being objective about yourself. That helps you know what help to get and what paths to pursue.
The first of every summer, I did it for 2 summers, and the first surgery I would see, I would end up outside with my head between my knees because I thought I was going to throw up and pass out. But I loved it. I loved working in that field, and that was the only thing that I could see myself doing. So I worked really hard in school. I worked really hard in high school. I struggled at science and math, which you would think I would have gotten the hint by then that this is not going to go well for you, Laura. Veterinary medicine is all about science and math. Nevertheless, my mom always said to me, Laura, if you work hard enough, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I always listened to that, and I said, okay. So I worked hard, and I got into the University of Guelph in animal science, lo and behold. So off I went to Guelph. I'm going to be a veterinarian. Did first year, and failed miserably. So fast forward, finished my degree, finished college, and I thought, there's still more to do. So by this point, I was getting married, having children, and I went back to school. So as a mom, as an adult, working full-time, I went back to York University, finished my undergrad and my MSW in social work. So I'm a social worker now, very, very far from being a veterinarian.
Be yourself. A lot of times I hear from employers and big corporations that candidates, when they come into interviews, they're really trying to change who they really are. It's almost a little awkward. They're not natural with their sentences, and they're not natural with their communication and their conversation. Be yourself. Believe that you're there for a reason. They reached out to you. You have the skills, the qualifications, the experience necessary to do that job. And once you're confident with that kind of belief and mindset, you'll do great.
If you picture an arrow kind of coming out of your chest in terms of one is who you want to be and the other is who you currently are portraying, I found that my greatest success socially, professionally, anything, is when I bring those two together. When I am able to sort of, again, not worry about what people think so much about me, and I completely just try in every way to be the person I'm trying to be. And when that happens, people see that. They recognize that kind of realness. That's when confidence really shines through for me, is when you're just being yourself through and through, the good and the bad. People see through the fake stuff.